Hello everyone, my name is Kate Marshall. The name of my channel is called Inked Paper Art, and today is day 44 of 365 days of junk journal ideas. Today I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to add journaling space to a journal. It's going to be a tag, but it's a tri-fold tag. So we're going to actually make this a couple of times in this video, hopefully, as long as we have time. I pulled some book page for decorating. I have other bits to decorate. Hopefully we get to that part of our make today. So the first thing that you're going to want is this project uses coffee dyed paper. If you don't have coffee dyed paper, any type of paper that you want to write on. The idea is that you get to write on both sides of this. So choose something that you like both sides of and that it is able to be written on. And then the next thing that you're going to do is you're simply going to fold this and you're going to Z fold it. So it's a trifold, but it's also a Z fold, if that makes sense. So you can fold it any way that you want. You're basically aiming to fold this into thirds. You could measure it out. I don't really worry about the measuring. I just kind of wrap mine around. I kind of eyeball it on one side, fold it in, and I just kind of wrap it around and like see where I need to fold before I actually start creasing. And so I just need to go back just a little tiny bit further than that. And there we go. Just make sure when you do fold that you've got everything lined up along the bottom here, and that will ensure a straight fold on this side. If this side, anytime you're doing any type of folding, if these two sides are straight here, then this will be straight here. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, and so then I'm just going to fold it just in thirds, just so I see where my fold lines are. And then I will make everything go the right direction here in just a second. So I folded my paper into thirds right now, just like where you're folding like a letter to go into a business envelope. So right now it's folded into thirds. However, I want one flap folding to the front and I want one flap folding to the back. So now it is kind of like that, where it is a Z fold. I don't know if that's a Z for you or if this is a Z, this is a Z for you. So it's a Z fold. And so from there, it's a simple make, but it's so much fun once you've got it in a journal. We're literally going to cut some off the bottom because this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and my paper is probably about a 28 pound that has been coffee dyed. So it's nice and thick and sturdy, but it's not so thick that it doesn't fold easy. So from there, I don't want 8.5 inches tall because I want this to go in a pocket in a junk journal. And while it will fit on a page, I think it looks better if you snip off the bottom, 1.5 inch or so. This part you can just save and use for labels, or you can punch out some tickets because you already have it folded like this. If you took your hole punch, the hole punch that you punch the top, hole of tags in, so you've got it Z folded like this, just go ahead and hole punch on your all four corners, and that is going to give you a ticket shape for these little three pieces. And that can be another fun little piece that you tuck into a pocket. Maybe we'd play with that in a future video. I don't know. But anyway, we have our Z fold, and now it is the right height to go into my pocket. Again, it's probably about 6.5 inches, maybe 7 inches tall. And so from there, I'm going to cut this one into a tag shape. Now I know earlier we did a similar project to this one. It's not exact, it is different this time. It's not the exact same project, so hang on there. Let me get my corners out of the way. And so now I've ended up with something that is like this. It still folds like this, and we're going to decorate the front of it, and that is literally, as simple as it gets. So today is more about decorating. So we're going to make several, and then I will go ahead and sit here and decorate with you guys. So again, I'll go over how we did it. It's very simple, but just in case you missed it the first time around, this one I do like to put into journals because it adds journaling space, and I'll show you how it all works once you get it decorated too. You've got a whole lot of journaling space. So if you like to make journals where, they're really heavily decorated and you run out of journaling space in your journal, this adds in a whole page that is writable on both sides. So again, I folded it just in thirds like this for right now to get my fold lines, and I know I want one to go to the front and one to go to the back, so I just fold that one back, and that's the easiest way to do a Z fold without measuring. And then again, you can just cut off some at the bottom. Doesn't really matter how much you cut off there. You're aiming for straight. If you want to put it in your paper trimmer, put it in your paper trimmer. If I had a hole punch in here, I would show you how to make those into tickets. So I've got 2 done. And again, you can, use a corner rounder. You could use a decorative punch up here at the top just to go ahead. I'm failing on my little corners today. There we go. It's a little bit better. Well, it is what it is. So you can use a decorative punch up here at the top. You could use, like a corner rounder or one of those tag clippers that cuts your tag corners perfectly. I like this one better. We're going to play with that one. And so from there, we're just going to decorate. And you decorate the front face only, and then it pulls out and opens up, and you can write all in here. And this is the decorated side, and then you can write all back here. And then it just folds back up and goes back into a pocket. On mine, I am going to do a little decorating up here at the top and also on the front face of it. So there's a couple made. And then I know I want to put some book page on mine, and I'm going to do it quickly so that we can get this done in the video. Let's go ahead and use this dictionary page. You guys know I love my rag paper, so I'm always using rag paper. I'm going to go ahead and get this glued on. And on this project, I am going to only cover part of my copy dyed paper with the dictionary page. So I am going to leave some of it showing there. Let's re-tear this a little bit. Ooh, I like this side better. Okay, that'll work. We'll use this one. And so I've got a brand new Oohoo glue stick. And I'm just going to go ahead and get some Oohoo down. And again, I'm covering up only part of the front of this with book page because I do want to see some of the copy dyed paper back there. And so I just went ahead and glued it right on my mat there. And that's okay. Get that lined up a little better. And then we're going to go in with some focal points after we get our base layer on. So anytime you're decorating, if you don't already have text or handwriting, something in the background like that, my go-tos for backgrounds are text, handwriting, music paper is always a good background paper. The Italian Florentine paper always is good in the background. So, figure out what combination works for you, but for me, text always works. And then from text, we're going to cut around this just so I can kind of see where my edge is. We're going to ink around this, and then we're going to get going with a focal point. These are hopefully going to go in the blue journal, but I'm not going to stress about finding the perfect blue elements for these at the moment. I do want to worry about finishing them with you guys. So I just put my paper right on my copy dyed paper, my book page right on my copy dyed paper. And so those can go up there. And that's what we ended up with. And now we need a focal point. So for the focal point, I have a million things pulled. I could go in and put a little bit of doily on here too, and I think I will. Just keep this a little more feminine looking. So we've got some doily that I can position anywhere I want in there. And then I also have the French postcards, which I could do more of those. Those actually might look pretty nice on there. I have a couple sheets that I printed pretty small of those. I also have some beautiful fussy cuts. Where are they? They're here somewhere. I have some fussy cuts, and I also have some German scrap pulled. At least I thought I had pulled German scrap. It is in this pile somewhere. I don't know where at the moment. But let's use a postcard because that's what's here. I did prep. I thought I prepped anyway, but sometimes. So let's use one of these little girls right here. This one just came off, so let's use that one. So I'm going to cut out my focal point. I'm going to put that doily. It's a little paper doily. So anytime you find the paper doilies, whether you find them where they are vintage paper doilies, or maybe you can find them at like the party section at a store. They might have some paper doilies there. They're always great to pick up. They make great layers in the background. I don't usually ink around them. If I'm using a paper doily, I kind of like the fact that it adds that white color. You know, I've got coffee dyed back there and I've got rag paper book page. So the white doily part just kind of brings your eye to you know, a focal point there in the center. So we've got that. We'll try to position it so that I can see my paper doily. Maybe we'll leave it like this. That looks pretty good. So we'll glue that on there. And to glue paper doily, you know, you can stress about where it's going to go and all that. Just get a general idea of where your paper doily is going to go and get some glue down. From there, this glue stick will dry. It will dry clear anyway, so I'm not really concerned at all with all that extra glue that's there. It's going to dry. We're never going to see it. And so there it is. My paper doily's glued on. That is the easiest way to glue a paper doily. And then from there, I need to glue up my little girl here. And then we're going to get her on there. And from there, we're going to add the rest, you know, a label or whatever you want to decorate this with. Everything is sticking. There we go. I just am a hot mess right now. I don't know what's going on. So there's that. I am going to try to keep her straight on there. And then I got a little bit of glue in there, and it's just, you know, it's going to dry clear. I won't worry about it right now. We just need a little label or something down there at the bottom of that one. And so I could go with like a pink label or a pink flower. Let me see what I've got in this little bin over here. There's kind of like a little pastel ticket. I have some decorating bits over here in this little tray. There's one of these little tickets. I'm not loving those. I think I want some handwriting. So I have text so I can add handwriting. I don't add handwriting over top of other handwriting, and I don't add text over top of other text in you know, like printed book page text. If I can help it. Those are general rules. I don't stress about them too terribly much, but if I could avoid it, I would. So let me see what I have for a label. I keep finding all the wrong things in my pile, and I thought I had organized a little bit. We're going to use one of these. So these are those ones I've been using for a couple days now. These are the paper cameo. So we got a couple minutes left. Let me try to get the other one decorated too. I'll need to move faster. I'm going to have to start prepping my decorating because every time I try to decorate, it always goes over on time. And you know, a lot of you are so nice and you say you don't mind going over on time, but then there are people who they watch me before, like they go to work or something, and they don't have the extra 5 or 10 minutes that it takes, you know, to watch me go over on time. So that's why I say I try to keep it to a certain time because not everybody has it, right? Okay, so there's this little label. This little label is going to be cute down there. I like that. Now you'll notice that the doily needs tacked down with art glitter. So this little piece here, I will tack that down in a minute. And then from there, I do want a little piece of fabric or something up here at the top. I have this little strip of fabric. And so I would take this strip of fabric and sew it, or you could staple it up here at the top if you wanted to do that. That would look cute there. It kind of matches more of this coloring in this one. So I will add something else to that. But the general idea is this goes into a pocket just like a tag. So decorate the front of this just like you would decorate a tag. It goes in a pocket just like a tag. And then the person, when they get it, you'll obviously ink around it. They'll open it up and it actually gives them a whole big page full of writing on this side. And then it also, you know, it's out of a pocket, so you can write all on the back of this side. Now you could add a pocket in here if you wanted. You could do more decorating in here. You could do like a little stamped image or something like that. But the idea for me was just to add additional writing space in a journal. This is an idea that's been around for a long time. I don't exactly know who came up with this kind of idea about making a fold out page. That's also a tag, but it's been around for a long time. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this idea. I am going to make up several of these so that I have them on hand for journals I'm making. And I will see you guys in the next video. Today was day 44, so tomorrow's day 45. 45 days of junk journal ideas. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.